Welcome back. So a little more on Mommy Dearest. It's interesting to me that it was very apparent to me how conflicted my dad was in all of this, how conflicted he was in his marriage. On one hand, he really felt sorry for her, and on the other hand, she infuriated him like no one could. I just think that he thought, you know what, I said I was going to take care of her and I'm going to take care of her. I mean, there was just no two buts about it. But it was very apparent to him, I know, he was always trying to better himself and to grow as an individual, as a businessman, as a father, as a husband, as a boss. And she just stood still. She just, at some point, she just stopped, didn't grow as a person. They were on two different planets. They were on two different pages. There was no denying it. She just would sit around and watch garbage TV, didn't try to better herself, didn't, join any clubs, volunteer her time. Someone said, oh, why don't you go and volunteer and, adopt a portion of highway. Oh, I'm going to go pick up garbage. I mean, just no concept whatsoever of what it was to give back. Or to say, oh, well, maybe I don't have to go and walk along the side of the road and pick up trash, but I can go and volunteer my time in other ways. Oh, no, that was so beneath her. She'd rather sit at home and just bitch at everybody. I saw that, and I saw my marriage at the time, and I thought, I don't want that. I saw how unhappy my dad was, and he expressed it daily. Oh, I wish your mother was a different person. I wish your mother was this. I wish your mother was that. It would wear on me to hear him say that, because she was never going to change. She was never going to change, and that's all there was to it. There was no two buts about it, and I would just listen, and I wouldn't know what to say. It got to the point where I wouldn't know what to say, and I would just go on, whatever it was we needed to discuss, which was always business, but I knew that that was a lost cause. I knew that that was an absolute dead end, just like I knew trying to change my ex was a dead end, that he wasn't going to change, and I knew that we weren't going to stay together. I didn't know what to say to my dad when he would say those things to me, and when he would express that he was unhappy, and he would express that he wished he would, change and be a different person, and try to find some joy in living, and not just be so negative and point out nothing but, bad stuff day after day about every single situation that ever came up. I can't imagine how that played into his health. I can't imagine, looking back now, how that played into him, whether or not her having a different attitude and a different outlook, might have had an effect on him, might have had an effect on how long he was with us. There's a lot there. There's a lot of baggage. There's a lot of history. There's a lot of stories. Just with her, I could write a book, but I just knew I didn't want to be like her. I saw in my marriage that my ex was exactly like his father. That was not a good thing. For those of you who don't know, he was the pits. And I would tell him that to take a jab back at me. He would tell me I'm just like my mother. Well, at the time, when you're being emotionally abused and you're in that vulnerable position, you start to believe those things. And so, he would say that to try to hit a nerve with me, and I'm like, I'm nothing like her. I'm exactly like my father. And I knew it, but it would still play on me. Of course it would. But that, again, that was just projection. That was just some projection. He knew he was like that fat old bastard, and so he wanted to try to make me feel bad and say that I was like her. But see, everybody knew she was the pits. Everybody knew that she was negative and difficult to deal with and sour, and so to say that wasn't flattering. So everybody knew what she was like. Everybody knew what she was about, and he prided himself on being able to handle her. Well, it takes one to know one, right? I could just go on and on about this. The effect that she was having on me after I lost my dad was pretty bad. It was daily. It was just this compounding thing, this snowball effect, a little bit every day, a little bit every day, a little bit every day, chipping away at me, beating me down. And, she lost her punching bag. When she lost my dad, she lost her punching bag. And I was the next best thing. So I didn't want to play that role. I wanted nothing to do with it. And so everything happens for a reason. Everything played out the way it did. All of it was a blessing in disguise. I'm happier now than I've ever been. I'm content beyond belief. I still wake up every day just not even believing where I'm at. and how things have changed and how my life has changed. Going back to, you know, how this all starts is if you had a narcissistic parent, it's going to play into all of this. And the bad part is we don't see it all until we're out of it. That's what's so damaging. That is what is so difficult. You're not even aware of it until you're outside of it. There's a lot more to be said on this subject. Thank you for watching. I'll be back with more videos. Keep the emails coming. Like and subscribe and like the page, and let's keep supporting one another. I appreciate the feedback that I get on videos. Your comments are always helpful, and your emails, oh my gosh, I don't know what to say about the emails that I get. I am always so, they leave me speechless. They leave me speechless in that I can't believe what other people go through as well. And they leave me speechless in that you're somehow finding some validation or help in my videos and what I'm doing. So I hope to keep that going for you. So keep the emails and comments coming. And thank you all for supporting one another and sharing your feedback and being so honest and transparent as well. Ciao for now.